Hello, this is a Steinway Model O grand piano made in 1907, 180 centimeters long, just come into stock. We have tuned it and done a couple of things to it since then. The casework's been improved a little bit, but I haven't made a video so far and haven't done a full assessment, so just looking at it to see what work needs doing. Zeroing in on the key tops actually, because I think we need to replace them. They seem to be cracked a little bit here and there. They aren't the original libraries, they are replacements. You might see a couple here that have been replaced since then, I think. So they must have cracked as well. So we'll definitely be doing that. The casework in general is in good condition, and my colleague Polish has been going over it, seeing what sort of work can be done to improve it. There are certain things that will be difficult to improve without fully repolishing, which of course we can do, and it's worth doing if you would like us to do that. So that's not a problem. Going around the whole case, that's a lovely rosewood, and it does polish really well. We give it more grain contrast if we do redo it, but it's in good condition. So if you want a good instrument that is good, sorry I can't get right round the back there, I'll go down the other side. There's a few little blemishes. That's been made good. Looks worse on the video than it does live, I think. Down the side here, the colour's very integral, and there's a little blemish there, but we'll obviously try to improve even more if we can. I don't think we can actually. So there's slight on the top there. So that obviously affects the price of the piano. There's not really any fade line here. That's the sun coming in, as you can see. So right round the top end here, we have in very good condition again. So nice veneer. Certainly would love to repolish it, but not essential if you just want a very good piano. And to me, it looks satisfactory. There's a little bit here actually, so obviously different people have different ideas about casework, so if you'd like us to do that, we certainly can, but it's 70 hours work, so we'll add a lot to the cost. The inside of the piano is in good condition. Again, that's not perfect, the frame, but it's very good, and the soundboard is not got any open cracks at all. We've talked about soundboards recently. There's nothing to affect the tone on the soundboard. By the way, if you want to know the age of the piano, at the back of the piano they always have not always, but Steinways of this age, 1907. You can see the year there. That's the frame casting. We've shown that before anyway, so perhaps I shall. You look at the string line here. It's very, very good. It's been restrung, and very well restrung too. And the very tight tuning pins, it's been tuned actually oddly by a visiting tuner who wanted to show us a different tuning temperament. So if you're a tuner, I'll be talking about that on the next video about this. I think that'll be probably the next video. May not manage to process it today, sorry about that. There's the Soundboard Decal, and again in very good condition generally. Looking at the action, it's been reconditioned and generally well. Our workshop will get hold of it and no doubt find things that need doing. The hinges here are quite tight. That's really important. The rollers have been replaced, and there's plenty of rollers. They don't seem to be used much since that was done, but I think there's a bit of variety in the hinges anyway. Slightly tight, some of them. The workshop will see what they need to do. It certainly needs regulation. The hammer blow is really completely out. It's far too great, and the key dip actually is too great as well on most of them. We'll see that in a minute on the worksheet, but just going briefly, that doesn't matter that this has been replaced. It's been done well, and we'll check the hammers to see if they've been regulated well to the strings. So this is a piano that's been worked on by somebody else, and we often find that we've got to do extra work. And I was interested to see this patent here. It says key frame screw, they've called it. Regulation screw, sorry, for the key frame, and there's the patent there, and that's this thing here. So that's patented very early on, wasn't it? But you find that on Steinway ground, so you can regulate the key frame, get it really even, and we'll look underneath that just to see what that means. So here we see there's turn those with the tuning lever actually, and these will go up or down, and they should be more or less level, but just to help level off the keyframe as accurately as possible. That's very useful to have. Here's the assessment summary. So a description of the piano on top. 60 centimeters legroom isn't very great. They're normally 61.5, 62. So that's, fortunately the pedals are very low, so you could put caster cups under and raise up the piano if you did want more legroom. That's quite important if you're a tall person. Pitch, it's already been pitch rated 442. Tuning pins are tight. The tone is mellow and good generally, but needs refining a bit. And you can see the key, this is the regulation problem. The key dip is 11 to 11.5. 10.5 will be normal for a Steinway grand like this. And the hammer blow, 53 to 55, that really is quite extraordinary. It should be normally between 43 and 47, 48 possibly, but that's really high, and that does make it feel quite hard to play really. It's not very much control over it. Well, its controls related to all sorts of things like the weighting of the keyboard too. We find 65 plus there, that's far too heavy. 56, a little bit heavy for middle C. Up weight is 32, that's quite good. So we mentioned up weight before, gives it a good feeling. And it should be a very beautiful piano to play. We will spend a lot of time obviously regulating that, and regulation then lasts for years and years and be hopefully as good as a new piano. So thank you very much for listening. I'm going to just try contrast this to other pianos, and then I'll play this piano as well. This is a 5-foot Chappell grand 1939. This is a fully restored Bechstein grand 1893.